Alright, so welcome back to the Infernum Mode mod, the mod that adds an extra difficulty layer to the Calamity mod. In today's video, we are taking on and hopefully taking down the Aquatic Scourge and also the Destroyer. That's right, two hard mode worm bosses. Now, I'm really excited about today's episode because so many of you have said you can't wait to see me fight the Aquatic Scourge. Now, that's either because it's really cool or it's really awful. So by the end of today's video, I'm going to understand you lot a lot better. Now, since we did beat the twins in the last episode, we can now dive down and get Mithril and Orichalcum as well. Now, I know that Calamity has changed how it handles ores, but it doesn't make like complete sense. I feel like they need to change a little bit more, because right now you take down Cryogen and you unlock Cryonic ore, but you can't make cryonic bars until you have titanium, and then even still, you can't even use it until you have a mithril or an orichalcum anvil, which you don't have anyway at that point. So usually when I go into these boss fights, I go in pretty blind, but I did have a couple of spoilers about this one. I know that I'm meant to fight it completely underwater or things will get enraged. I know that there's some form of infinite flight and that I might need to make an arena. And I think the last tip was bring flipper potions. This one, I think, will be quite hard for me, generally, because it is underwater. And as I learned with the giant clams when I was recording the other day, I'm rubbish at underwater fights. Right, so finishing up Mithril Armor, let's see what kind of upgrade this is. I will be sad to lose Crystal Assassin, because I do quite like that dodge, but we'll see how it goes. So we've gone from 26 defense to 24. And the set bonus is 17% reduced mana costs. Enemies hit release mithril flares, which hone in on enemies after a short delay. Once a flare is created, there is a 12 frame delay before another one can appear. So with us losing that, essentially we've got to go back to the counter scarf. So I don't really know what to get rid of. I guess it's probably the frost flare. Right, so to fight the Aquatic Scourge, we need to craft some seafood. Now, the funny thing is, it's been so long since I've done the Aquatic Scourge, I don't think back then you could even spawn it in. The Aquatic Scourge, in general, is a boss I actually quite like, mainly because the music is so good. Also, let me say, that theme that was playing during Queen Slime a couple of videos ago, so good. I've listened to it so much. Right, we're making this. Now, I'm a little bit worried. Here's the thing. I'm doing research about this. How do I not get poisoned while I'm down in that water? So I know that with some of this, let me make it. With some of this sand, we can make a potion that will help with this. The sulfur skin potion. So this basically reduces the effects of the sulfuric waters. And then I also know there's an item called the effigy. I used to call it a figgy. There's an effigy of something, which I just looked at. Where is it? This. The effigy of decay. Nearby players are also immune to sulfuric poisoning, but it does say this effect does not work in the abyss. So I don't actually know what to do. So something I do want to quickly mention, this area here, this water, this seems to be the acid water. The acid water where I probably have to do the fight. But if you'll see here, as I go into this area, the water goes back to normal. So I wonder, am I meant to like dip into that for a second and reset this little meter here? Or will that just like ruin the fight? That's something we've got to learn. Okay, so let's do the warm up here and we'll see how this goes. And then hopefully I'll be able to like build out some kind of arena. Right now, of course, we are using a flipper potion. So we can basically just, well, we can flip her about. So it's going to be interesting to get used to that movement. Okay, right. There's a glob of water. I don't know what the glob of water does, but it will be interesting. So the original Aquatic Scourge, the one that I'm used to, the way you fought it was basically just moving around in a circle. So I wonder now, am I meant to move around in a circle? We will soon find out. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting to just get used to this. Because, like I say, it's been a really, really long time since I've done anything. Okay, right, yeah. So the water, the bubble, that resets your little acid meter, I think. The serpent's frantic swimming seems to cause the water to be easier to traverse through. You should probably swim with your bare hands. Or you could probably swim. Does that mean I don't need a flipper potion? So it's only very simple, but this shall be our arena as we start to learn this boss. So it quite literally is one platform, and then below it, another platform. That's right. I am truly a master builder. So I feel like this is going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. It's a lot of things going on at once, a lot of new things to learn, but I am excited, and we'll see how it goes. I feel like this will be another day of, you know, being quiet, but somebody pointed out to me, you know, being quiet's good. You know, you're rooting for success, and sometimes if that's what it takes to deliver, that's what it is. So well, I mean, I'm talking now, like, that's all right. So I think it's going to be a case of learning how this goes, remembering to step into the bubble when possible. So I will say right now, just like first off, I feel very slow and sluggish as we maneuver about in here, and that's something I've got to figure out. Maybe one thing I do need to do, if it is charging, is to use my horizontal space a little bit more rather than my vertical space. Because obviously it charges in quite a long fashion, and maybe that will help. I do not know. So I know that it's still early days in the fight, like we haven't even broken down the first part of the fight, but I feel like my movement is getting a little better. Mainly just because I've made it this far already. But there are definitely attacks I need to learn from. And also, just to say, the fight is really pretty. Like, I like the bubbles. I feel like it looks nice. That's always a win. Okay, so yeah, it's in a different form now. It's sending all of the little spikes off its back. We can deal with that. I'm also realizing that the bubbles, the friendly bubbles, the blue ones, they seem to spawn quite frequently, which is really nice. I almost feel like the poison meter's not going to be too much of an issue. We are going to lose this one, though, because obviously I'm quite low health. Yeah, okay, so we are into the final form, I believe. I do not know what's going on at all. The water is almost boiling. I'd surface unless you want to become... No. Are we meant to head back up? If you feel like you need more space, try clearing out the sulfurous sand around. The water is almost boiling. I'd surface unless you want... What? No way. Okay, that's a twist. How far do we have to climb? That is interesting. So I'm going to get water walking potions to try the last little bit. Wow, okay. Plot twist and a half. I was not expecting that. Okay, it's changing again. Right, we are on the surface this time. Let's see what happens here. It's a good thing I kept my wings on, because I very almost didn't even fight this with wings. Okay, interesting. So it moves like a snake. It has quite a lot of health as well. Oh. Oh, right. Okay. I was in no commentary mode. I didn't think the fight was done. A toxic downpour falls over the wasteland seas. Wow, its gore is really cool. I thought they were going to do something like especially fancy with that. I really, really, really enjoyed that fight. That fight was honestly exactly the kind of refresher that I actually needed. Obviously, the last video was so grueling. It was very fun, but very grueling, genuinely. Whereas that was just, it was just fun. And I feel like that's what the Aquatic Scourge should be. So, Infernum Mode mod, good job with that one. I really enjoyed it. Right, so let's place down the Relic. It looks very fancy. Now, to be honest, I'm not exactly too sure what defeating the Aquatic Scourge even does. I'm going to read the wiki after this. I'm actually off out after this as well. So yeah, it gives me time to research. Let's actually open up then the treasure bag. So what's inside? Bam. Quite a lot of stuff. So there's the Deadly Barn Nautical. That's a ranged weapon. There's a true melee weapon. There's the Aquatic Emblem. Most ocean enemies become friendly and provides water breathing. Being underwater slowly boosts your defense over time, but also slows movement speed. The defense boost and movement speed reduction slowly vanish while outside of water. Maximum defense boost is 50. Maximum movement speed reduction is 10%. Provides a small amount of light in the abyss. Moderately reduces breath loss in the abyss. There's also the angling kit. There's the downpour. This is a mage weapon. This is all really good stuff. Right, I'll read the wiki, and then next up, it is the Destroyer. So we did actually get a weapon from the Aquatic Scourge. Now, if the Destroyer is anything like Vanilla Destroyer, this weapon screams, I'm the perfect Destroyer weapon. Look at it. It was built for the Destroyer. So yeah, we are about to do the next mechanical boss. I have my fingers very tightly crossed that this one will not be too bad. I have a gut feeling, truthfully, that this one will be alright. I feel like we're in for an easy ride with this one. Will I be wrong? I really hope not. Okay, so we'll buff up, we'll turn it to nighttime, and we'll begin. Oh, a little bit of movie magic here. It's actually the next day, IRL, and I'm a little bit more tired than I was when I filmed the first half of the video. So if you're like, oh, James is really fallen off, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, all right, let's begin this. Destroyer. Whoa. Okay. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy at all. Let me tell you. Oh, he's strong. Oh, he's fast. I really gotta make sure we're okay for this one. Okay. Well, these orbs, these probes. Sorry, they're a little alarming. I won't lie. But I do feel like the weapon is good. Oh, okay. So, all right. Okay. Okay, so now it's spinning in a giant circle. So I'm going to assume we probably stay within the circle. And you can see that projectiles were dropping down. Okay, now it's going to go in a circle. And then it's going to go in a circle and things are going to drop from the sky. Truthfully, with how tired I am, I'm surprised I'm commentating this. I'm surprised I'm making it through. I do need to be very careful with my dashes, though. Some kind of, like, indication as to where those bombs are dropping from would be a little better, to be completely honest. Okay, now they're going diagonally. Okay, interesting. I'm not too sure what we do there. Do we maybe prepare for it? Find a spot, so, like, we know it's going into that form. We get on a platform, and then we move left and right between those as they're going diagonally. Okay, so we are into, what is that? No. Come on now. I don't know how I feel about this phase at all. Destroyer, please. What is this? Oh god, it's like Empress of Light, but I don't know how to do it. Okay. Oh. Bro. It's not often I hit people with the bro, but it's that. That final phase is wild. Gosh, I feel like I almost cheated it because I had a good time. Well, you know what? That was pretty fun. That was actually really fun. I think that was maybe attempt, I want to say 7 or 8. It wasn't loads of attempts. I'm kind of shocked, right? Because I'm just going to level with all of you, all right? I'm tired. I was like 2 minutes into the first fight thinking, yeah, I might be done for this. Okay, cool. All right. Sick. Okay, right. So let's slap down the relic. Very nice. What's inside the treasure bag then? Bam. It is normal stuff. So what I find really interesting is we actually have 3 upgrade paths here. We could go titanium armor, we could go adamantite armor, and then there's also a set of armor that you can make with cryonic bars. So I thought, you know what? Let's just make them all and see how it goes and compare the difference. Now, like I say, I'm very tired. Will I get some of these numbers wrong? Probably, but we'll see how it goes. So right now we have 36 defense, and our set bonus is you have the mithril flares. I did not notice them while we were fighting. I'm sure they probably did something. So adamantite first then. This is the mage set. The set bonus is 19% reduced mana cost. Half of your current DR is added to your critical strike chance. Continuously doing damage makes you gradually gain more and more defense up to a maximum of 15. When not doing damage, this bonus gradually decays. This added defense can be broken by defense damage. And it also has 44 defense. Okay, moving on to titanium then. We're now down to 42. This one has a set bonus of attacking generates a defensive barrier of titanium shards. Quite boring. Really not that great. I mean, it might be quite cool, but I don't know. So Daedalus then, moving it over. Set bonus is 5% increased magic damage. You have a 10% chance to absorb physical attacks and make projectiles when hit. If you absorb an attack, you are healed for 1/2 of that attack's damage. And it's also 39 defense. So what do you think is the best one? Because I can't figure it out. I'm kind of leaning towards adamantite. I feel like adamantite's one sounds quite cool. But I'll leave it to you. Let me know in the comment section down below. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.